What's up, you guys? Ninja Kaka here. Welcome to another reaction.
Wile E Coyote,
I'm watching it live, so
and
make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We're on the way to 500 subscribers.
The powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it, and we're here to deliver.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This could go either way. I did this
In
battle
tales
a
told
long
over
time ago.
shimmering campfire by the tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sewetmuk, he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great Coyote stalks the American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner. And this modern Wile E Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile E was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy task. Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile E
Yeah, with Looney Tunes, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of that shit.
manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all, but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile E.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
He's got your classics like dynamite, anvils, and spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile E has...
You know what's crazy is I can still watch these cartoons, Wile E Coyote, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, and I can still laugh like, you know,
officially
timeless,
IQ
my boy.
of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile E is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clone-O-Matic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile E uses is intentionally sabotaged, because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break,
That's fucked up,
but
bro.
he sure can take some punishment.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile E is still a tune and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal
Cartoon
Coyote
shit.
of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Ah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Looney DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the Looney ones.
Yeah,
and
Tiny
it's what
Toons
lets
talked
them
about it.
survive fatal damage up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile E developed a counter to this immortality, the Looney DNA Dissolver, which leaves toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, So close! You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile E's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme Looniversity as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced Toons like Wile E who are more powerful
We can get
than
Luffy
their
to death
younger
battle,
counterparts.
please. Can we
And
get
that
Luffy
means
to death
Wile E
battle?
should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck
Yeah, I feel
used
like-
Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to
I feel
suck
like
up the entire
Wile
universe.
E's gonna out-hack
And then
Tom
suck
and
up the
Jerry.
animator
Or Tom.
animating his universe.
And then suck
Wile E just has so much more hacks being a Looney Tune.
up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job
I don't
teaching that
remember
stuff.
too many
Impressive
hacks
for
for
an
the-
abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even snap, caught the Roadrunner. Oh wait, never mind. So damn close.
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,776,842
talking here, huh?
times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander,
Murphy's Law.
otherworldly, standing in the way of
What,
our
Nagito?
furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
Never. That nigga will never rest, and neither will I.
The year was 1939. War
Tom and
raged
Jerry
in Europe
gang,
between the
let's-
British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse
W.
duo became the undisputed kings
Ah.
of slapstick
That
comedy.
The
animation.
formula is simple, and we all know it.
Clean.
Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is, let's say, very much from the
Ye-
1940s.
And if
Yeah.
you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's
Some
face.
episodes-
Despite my
some episodes
well-documented
Jerry
hatred
was
of
pissed.
cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us
Jerry's
to
supposed
side
to be
with
off
the
some episodes,
filthy,
not gonna hold y'all, bro.
flea-ridden,
Not
rodent-over
gonna hold
man's
y'all.
second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high.
Is that that
and
cat that's been
despite
going
being
around, like,
commonly
beating up other
perceived as
cats, bro?
nocturnal,
I
they're
don't know if
actually
y'all know what I'm talking
crepuscular
about on
and hunt
TikTok.
in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mouse kind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats,
Oh, I
lead
remember that
pipes,
scene. That shit was fun.
And guns, lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like a magic wand, a robo-cat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the rewind remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with
Ooh,
K's,
that
of
movie was
course,
fire.
But just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is
Oh, I gotta
heavily
go rewatch that.
improvisational,
It's been
which fits his quick
so long.
thinking in fights over Thanksgiving.
And
turkey.
this episode
Though
was
he
fire,
often
too.
loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has
Oh,
kicked the
that I
bucket
remember.
multiple
I remember.
times,
but
but
I
little known
remember.
fact,
I remember
he
that.
has 9 lives.
I remember
as
that.
established
Or
in
that
the
ending
episode
scene with the
Heavenly
train, bro.
Quest.
Oh my.
Oh,
You don't want to talk
Wiz
about it.
was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on that.
Yeah, that there was like what was it, like the final episode of Tom and Jerry? There was like a train or something. Tom was depressed. Jerry was depressed because they got burned by their girls. Fuck them niggas, by the way. Fuck them hoes. And yeah, you just hear trains down in the background. They're sitting on train tracks. It doesn't show it, but
That episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically
Yeah,
go
Wiley's
get them
already-
back from hell. Where
Wiley's
all
already gonna
cats
win
go.
this.
Extremely hardcore for a toon, but there isn't much of a limit to what Tom can do. He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you
Explain.
only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in
Is
for a
you
shock.
is,
Tom and
or
Jerry
is you
gets
ain't
buck
my
wild, much
baby.
like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the two characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry
Oh.
Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later
Interesting.
became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an
This is all
explosion
modern
that
commentary.
launched
I
him
don't
through
remember
time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that
The
at the
fuck
end
was
of the
that from?
day, they're actually friends.
Yeah.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase.
Don't you
Long
believe
ago,
it?
the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two
What
the
is this?
strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors used the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
Gang.
What
Gang.
the fuck?
While it may sound completely insane, it is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
So
There's
that the
stuff out
gods
there.
may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat
Well,
fair
that
and
is true.
square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's
Oh, I
still
remember
a
that
filthy
episode.
feline.
That episode
The
pissed
only
me off.
kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
That's iconic. Iconic. I love
Guess
both of
what?
these series,
Death
bro.
Battle has merch now.
I love both
That's
of them.
right.
I don't know.
You can pick some up for
I think
yourself
I'm
our
still on
brand new
Wile E,
website,
bro.
Deathbattle.gg.
That
Just click
gotcha
the
game
merch
does
tab at the top. We've got
make things look a
mugs,
bit
stickers,
different, but
shirts, and more.
I'm partial to
I'm
the
on Wile E,
official
bro.
researcher's notebook. I promise it's not a death note. See, it says so right on the
I'm pretty
cover.
sure that's who I had winning in
There's
my
also exclusive
short.
merch
So,
for website members, like my beer cooler, which keeps
Yeah.
the beer nice and cold. And
bro,
I
I
guess
want Luffy or
theoretically
Ezio
other
for another
beverages
death
too.
battle, bro.
Then there's the limited time game over team. which won't be available
I just-
much longer, so if you want it, go grab it
It
quick.
just makes
We'll
sense.
be
Like,
releasing more stuff
damn.
throughout the year, so check back for
I don't even
updates.
care who they
Picking
fight.
up an item or two
I just
really
wanna
helps
see
support
them.
independent death battle. So we want to say a big thank you to everybody that's already placed.
Make sure you
an
guys
order.
go and
Head
support
over to
Death Battle.
deathbattle.gg and pick the piece of Death Battle swag.
Definitely gotta
that's
give
right
some
for
more.
you.
This animation. We haven't had a single sprite battle this season.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Tom and Jerry fighting
It's
game?
time for a death
Was it
battle.
that seemed like that's what it was. Alright, here we go. Oh, they're in the desert. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Woo, yeah, woo. Yeah, that shit, bro. Meet this. Okay. Pain to schmuck this up. Jerry's just chilling. He knows. Oh yeah, there's no talking, of course. Jerry and Ronan are going. Oh, this is gonna be a slapstick. Slow down. Yep. Acme.
Come on, you apes! You wanna live forever!
Oh, where'd that cauldron come from, bro? Okay. Saw that noise. I don't even think he had this. Alright, Tom gets the first blow. I can see. Both hurt themselves. Okay. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, Tom died. Wile E didn't. Oh shit. Oh yeah, they turned up the pavement, bro. Oh wow, they actually broke the bucket. That's clean. That's fire. That's fire, bro. Oh shit. Oh, they're mortal now. The fact they still survived that is too. Goodbye, Wile E. Oh shit.
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
Damn. Oh, that was a fast one. That was a... Alright, well, GG to Wile E. I got it.
I mean, no, Animal.
Yeah. I thought Tom was gonna go to hell, but what happened to the guy? Shit.
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were
Is that really a
incredibly
dead cat,
powerful,
bro? That's
they weren't
sad.
literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but comparing Wile E to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom
Yeah.
could move faster than light, Wile E could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile E gets the edge in stats.
Wile E's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that
I
have been
thought it
shown
would be
to
way better,
malfunction,
honestly.
he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has
Yeah, the fact that
nothing
he's not
to
a
do
Looney
with
Tunes character.
actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile E is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile E's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently
true,
more
Tom.
flexible,
Tom
pragmatic,
did.
and victorious in his fights.
That is
He
true.
definitely gets
But it's
the
a
edge
lot more
there.
simple.
Oh, and
but
Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile E's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA Dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile E's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place: Space Jam.
Where Wile E yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And
There we
scores
go.
again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile E's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for: Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during
Me.
Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile E couldn't eventually land a hit with the
What is
Looney
that from?
DNA
I've never seen that
Dissolver.
in-
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations.
That is
on
true.
the
I don't like it when
Coyote.
And
Roadrunners
especially
actually.
when it's the only thing
Kinda
that either
hurt.
one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile E's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no
Oh yeah,
surefire
there we
way
go.
to
That train
kill
scene,
Wile E,
bro.
whereas
There we
Wile
go.
E's
There
superior
we go.
strength, speed,
That's
and
what I was talking
Looney
about.
arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile E gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner
Oh,
is
man.
Wile E Coyote.
R.I.P.
Next
Tom.
time
He's still my
on
homie,
Death
man.
Battle.
Who we got? Spider? Miles Morales for Deku! Yes! Yes! I did this already. Ooh, that's a good battle. Ooh, Miles Morales versus Deku. Okay. I fuck with it. Heavy. Miles went up against Static, right? So this is a second fight, and Deku went. This is both of their second fights. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. They're both good.
Subscribe.
Spider-Man versus Deku is fire. I did a short about this before. Who am I gonna give that to? If we're using comics, they only showed like Into the Spider-Verse stuff. If it's Into the Spider-Verse, Deku's cleaning. I'm sorry, he's cleaning Spider-Man, bro. We're using comics and how he's able to, keep up with Peter. Tag, he has that spider sword. I'm giving it to Deku. It's literally either way, bro, on this one. But let me know what y'all think. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Great battle, great animation, you guys. Catching you just in the next one. Peace out.